Okay, I'm back here, and I think I might have figured out what the problem was. So if it sounds better, let me know, or if it's still happening. I think I had one of my inputs on, so it was sort of recording almost like a double voice type thing. I know that's probably not the technical audio term, but we're going to go back into the pool here. And we lost that last game, but I think I was a little trying to figure out all of these audio settings. So thank you for coming back. If you are back here, and we are going to be entering soon, and we're going to see if we can improve our position here in the arena. I have won these arenas before, so it is kind of a neat experience. We look at the top. There's some people who've already played 5 games. I've only played 2. So here we are. We're going to try again, and um, we're going to go into the Open Sicilian. And I'm going to see if I can play a little bit better. So yeah, let me know if the audio is improved. I tried tinkering around with. Oh, very good. Good. I'm glad. So I think I figured it out. It was actually a very simple change. All right, bishop to e2. This is can transpose into a few things, but the general idea, it allows me to play e5 when I play the Najdorf. E5 is sort of the move you want to get in, but a lot of times if the bishop goes to c4, for example, you don't want to play e4 because it's got a free shot at f7. Okay, so here I'll play bishop to e6, covering that d5 square. And this is sort of transposing into sort of into English. And so I'm going to kind of follow that plan. I'm kind of out of normal territory in terms of what I memorized or what I know. But I think we're in okay shape here. My development is fine. And here I'm going to go ahead and play. This h5 move is typical in this English opening because often white wants to play g4. Okay, let's see here. Go ahead and play. I'm going to play b5 here, looking to poke here at this knight. Okay, now we have queen to c1. Maybe a little odd. Not sure what he's doing. Now, can I play b4 right away? Then I would probably see knight to a4. b4 work here. Or b4 knight to d5, actually, probably more likely. I actually think that might be okay, though, because I can just take it. Well, not necessarily yet. So you know what I'm going to do is play queen to c7. I'm going to hold off on this b4 move because it gets a little dicey here. Another plan that can be played is this knight to c5. That's another. Okay, so f3 is covered, covering e4, but now this bishop isn't really very happy. You know, instead of wondering if I can get this knight to c4 instead of c5. try that. It's queen on c1. Not sure why it's there. My only thought is that maybe it's protecting b2 with one of these maneuvers I'm thinking about. Hi, Ken. Okay, now h4. So here, knight to c4. We've got a few interesting things going on here. There is kind of a pseudo pin on this c pawn, although I can't really dislodge it quite yet. Um, well, I can take here. Knight takes b3, and then after c takes b3, I can play knight to a4, attacking this knight. Oh no, I can't because I can't do that. Sorry. Um, and I play knight to a4 first. And if knight takes a4, then b takes a4. Then the knight has to move. Then I can just win this pawn, maybe. That actually looks like a better idea. So let's try that. And the other threat is just to take on c3 here. You know what? I did just tested out a stream. This is actually my first stream here on YouTube, and I did a stream this morning on Twitch. So I'm trying to decide what platform. I've been mainly doing these YouTube videos for the last few years, but I haven't really done anything live. So this is really my first experiment with it. I know Twitch is very popular. My kids watch a lot of video games on Twitch, but this is sort of a part-time gig for me, so I have to consider what would work best here. Okay, looking back here real quick, we have I can win a pawn right now, I think, with uh, bishop takes d5. So after bishop takes d5, pretty much e takes d5, and then queen takes. And I think that so I've won a pawn, and this b pawn is also weak, and this knight, well, this bishop's not too happy too. So um, this is looking pretty good for me. Again, we shouldn't count our chickens before they're hatched, I guess. Okay, he takes with the queen, and I take back with the rook. So now I am attacking both of these, and he can't protect both. So here, this actually looks okay for me. Because I can take this, and then he's going to hit me with the check, and then I can block with the bishop, and then I can castle, and everything is fine. So he's actually down. He's going to be down a ton of material now. With no compensation. Of course, this bishop's also attacked, and it can't go here to attack that piece either. So this looks pretty good overall. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of new to the whole streaming thing. People have suggested it to me for a while. Most of my subscribers are here on YouTube, which is why I thought I would try this. I'm kind of trying both right now, but definitely am experimenting with it. So um, let's see here. Let's see, he's threatening this here, but actually I can castle right now, and I am threatening this piece too. So I think threatening both of these pieces. So I think we're doing okay here. Okay. So do I just trade? I'm thinking I just trade here. Because if I move my bishop, there's really no safe place I can move my bishop. So I'm going to go ahead and take, well, I'm going to take his bishop. So we're going to trade pieces, but that's going to leave me a piece up. Okay, takes with the knight. So the problem is here now, his rook is all, this is also pinned. His rook is also pinned too. So is there a way to take advantage of that? That's what I'm not sure about. But what I think I can do here is actually take this pawn and then move this knight here, and this prevents his other rook from coming to protect it. I think there is a way to stream it both, but everything I've been reading about streaming says you should try to keep it separate. You can stream on more than one spot, but to make certain streams separate. So I'm still trying to figure all of that out, but it's it's a process we're going through here, and I think that okay, he's attacking my rook, and here I think that I can just take this pawn. Okay, and then like I said before, I'm just going to bring this knight over here. See how this knight is pinned right now. Okay, he's bringing it to safety, so now he can retreat his knight over here, but that is fine as well. And actually, what I'm going to do here is um, take this pawn, and then I'll just trade rooks as soon as I have the opportunity. Okay, trading rooks, and you can see here I'm up 2 pieces now, so that should be sufficient. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with this check really quick just to push him back a little bit. And then I'm going to, well, yeah, I'm just going to, should I just advance this pawn? I think what I'm going to do first actually is just, um, all of my pieces are safe. The thing I'm going to do is just secure this pawn here. Then I'm going to bring my king in. But I have to do it quickly. So this, what am I? I'm up a piece essentially. Let me see if he wants to trade. Okay, he's going to bring that back down there. Fine. And here, I'm just going to go ahead and advance this pawn. Okay, he's going to attack this pawn, and it's protected, so I'm just going to keep advancing the pawn. Okay, and here I'm going to offer the rook trade. Let's see here. I had an opportunity maybe to trade, win a pawn and trade again, but let's just go ahead and protect here. Okay, so now he's attacking there. And here, I can just protect it again. He's going to bring his knight in. So here I can advance. So I'm really not winning by that much. So I do have to be a little careful here. Let me, what I want to do here actually is bring my rook here so that he doesn't attack my knight after I advance the pawn. And also threatening to advance this pawn. Okay, let's advance that pawn. So that was why I brought my rook over so that I could advance this pawn. Here I'm going to advance this pawn. And he's going to hit me with a check, but it shouldn't matter. Okay, and he resigned. So back to the tournament. Let's see. Yeah, even just now playing this, because I have to go to a different window to see the chat, it is hard to keep up with it, especially towards the end of the game when I'm in time trouble. When I'm playing longer games, or some of the other ideas I have are analyzing games, both my own games or master games, or even subscriber games. I have a Patreon page, so I kind of offered that as one idea. But yeah, I'm hoping to. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, I like that game a bit. Well, you just blundered, and Rapid is, even though it's 10 minutes, it's really a fast game. So here's our next game here. I'm playing. My opponent is rated 1655, so a bit lower than me. So let's see how we do here. My other opponents were this around the same rating as me. But yeah, I'm still making that decision. Again, I'm kind of new to this game, but I see it's something that's fun and enjoyable. So I want to explore it a little bit. It's not a my goal is to improve at chess, and while I'm improving at chess, I figure making these videos and doing the live streaming while I practice or while I'm studying can help other people as well. So that's sort of my goal behind this. Let's see. What can I do? Anything here? I think I can just drop this back, and if he takes, he's going to have an isolated pawn. Okay, and here I can just take back with my knight. So this is the Petrov, and I've actually struggled against this opening before. Okay, let's see. Can we just do this pin? Let's try that. I think I want to leave him with this isolated pawn. Okay, so here he's threatening here, and he seems to be threatening here, but the problem is this is still pinned, so it's not really that big of a threat, and I think I can just castle. Okay, so now it is a threat because he's protected that piece. What we could do here is we can protect this pawn or with the bishop. And the idea is if he takes with the knight, then I hit him with this check first, then I take back. But let's do it with the bishop to get this development, because I'd like to play this knight out at some point as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. Well, what I hope to do, Chris, is eventually have a regular schedule so that have a regular schedule so people can know when to try to find me. least that's the idea. Okay, let's see here. What do we have? Okay, I'm gonna just drop this bishop back. He's gonna push me back some more, and I will just drop it back here. And I'm actually okay if he wants to try to win the two bishops. That is okay. Actually, I'm threatening now his d5 pawn. Okay, so here he's adding another hacker, but we can also add another defender. But before I even do that, I have to look at some other moves, like bishop takes d5, and if he takes, I can just take his knight. Then I'm winning a pawn. So actually, I like that too because this knight is pinned at the moment. So I think could have been a little blunder on his part. Okay, he's taking there, and here I can just make sure I'm not going to get checkmated or something. um, here I can just take this rook first. I'm still threatening the knight here. I'm up material. And what I want to do is play c3 at some point too, because this b2 square is hanging. Yeah, I had a few ideas. Like I'm planning on going through, one of the parts of my study program is studying some of the classic games, Capablanca and Elyukin, and I want to maybe not present a game like I would when I make a video. I'll still do those, of course, but actually maybe study. Have the book with me, but go through the games, talk about my thoughts, and then reinforce it. And then people who are watching can actually enjoy the videos as well. So that's part of what I'm thinking with all of this. Okay, this is interesting. I think I'm gonna take here first, and then I'm going to um, play this, and then I'm gonna do this check, I think, or maybe do this check. Actually, I can't do that check quite yet because the queen is covering. Okay, bishop moves back there, and now what do we have? Let's go ahead and take here first. And now I think I'm just up a clean piece. Yeah, here, let's attack. Oh no, I can't attack that. Let's attack with the queen. I was going to say, I can't. I can't attack because the f2 square is being covered here. Oh, I like streaming. It's a little more casual. It's a little more. Um, I don't know. I'm not as nervous about making mistakes because I think everyone understands that I'm doing this live. But I've gotten to know a couple of you guys over time, so it's been kind of nice getting to know you. So let's see here. Well, he doesn't have any checks, so I'm going to go ahead and play this, attacking the pinned. Uh, it's not really pinned, but because I'm up a piece, I'm actually okay with trading. Okay, so this actual imbalance is a little complicated because I'm up the exchange and a pawn, but these two bishops are actually quite dangerous. So I need to be careful of that. We'll play a3 to protect the a pawn, but then he's got these light squares here. So I'm going to depend on my knight, I think, to try to fight. So even though I'm up material, and I should have an advantage, I have to be careful. What he should have done is put a rook here on the pile, I think. Oh, actually, no, this is fine. So if I could trade one of these, that would increase the winnability of the position. Okay, let's see. What is he looking to do here? Advancing this pawn. Let's going to attack the b pawn. The idea will be after he moves, protect it with his bishop. Then I can sacrifice the b pawn like this, and I will fork both bishops. Okay, so that's the idea. He takes it, and here I've got this fork. So he should be resigning soon because he's going to lose one of the bishops. Okay, so that's should be it. We'll see. Hey, Mio. You know what? I've learned you just got to work on it day by day and don't get discouraged. I don't know if I'd call myself I don't think I'm a bad player. I think I have a lot to improve, but you have to just you can't get discouraged by where you are at as opposed to where you want to be, if that makes sense. What I mean to say is there is, and here I should have maybe made a different move at this pawn, but okay. Let's see here. I want to make sure. I want to secure my position, so I want to put my knight here and then play the f3 f pawn up. I'm actually also threatening here. I mean, that's the whole point why I made my YouTube channel. That I believe that a lot of people limit themselves by where could he have played bishop to f2 check? Could have played rook to b8 and takes. I'm not sure where you're referring to. Maybe a little earlier. Okay, and here, well, I'm just going to take a move. You know what, let's go ahead and attack this pawn. What that will do is actually freeze his rook. At least that's the idea. Okay, said he's going to counterattack, which is fine also. Okay, and let's see here. You know what? Just take a move and protect that. Protect this pawn. In these positions where you're totally winning, you just want to make sure you don't screw something up. Oh, when I played rook to b5? Um, yeah, but it takes him two moves. He could have, if he would have played rook to b8, then, oh, I see what you mean. Well, but then he loses both of his bishops. I'd still be a piece up. So you're saying if he would have played rook to b8, and then if I take the bishop on b3, he has a discovered check. So, but he's lost the light squared bishop with my rook, and then he loses the dark square bishop when I take it back on f2. And so he'll take it with the rook. Remember, the pawn was on a5 at that point, I think. And then, then that would have been pretty easy to win, I think, with the extra piece. So, okay. Well, this being a rook up now should be pretty easy. So yeah, you get that. That would have been fine as well. And here he probably should resign. Okay, there we are. Let's see where we are in the standings. We're 3 out of 4, but we're 124th. And there's some people who played like 10 games. I don't know how they're playing these games so quickly. I guess they're playing faster, but trying to play some decent games. And maybe they're not streaming either. But let's see where our next opponent is. I'm going to grab some water here. It's been very hot where I live, very muggy, very humid. So I don't know how it is with you guys with the weather, but it's been really troubling here. Okay. You know what? You guys want to play the French? Let's play the French. I haven't played the French in a while, so maybe not a great idea, but want to mix it up a little. Well, not all my games are Sicilians and Roy Lopez's. Okay, advanced variation. We're going to play c5, challenging the pawn chain. Pretty straightforward stuff. I've been a little. So part of what I want to start doing here on the channel, with the live streaming as well as just the videos in general, is start doing more training-based videos. So I've been doing a few, where I record my games like I am today, as well as some of my tactics training. But yeah, I want to start thinking about doing some videos where I talk more about training again, and I know those are very popular with on my channel, and also talk a little bit about. Let's see here. I forget what I should. I think I'm going to play this and just grab this pawn here. So I forget some of the theory here, but this typically is not such a great move. I cannot protect this pawn again. This pawn structure is not very good. But yeah, like I said, I want to study some games here. Let's see. There are people who resign very early in games during tournaments. Yeah, I've noticed that with the arena. So my play style or the way I try to the way that I try to do this maybe isn't optimal for arena play as opposed to say tournament play. But we'll see. I guess if I lose a piece right away, I could just resign. But can we'll do our best here. All right, now I can put pressure on this e4 pawn or e5 pawn with say queen to c7. But also here, I think I might castle actually. I don't have to. And often I don't in the French. But because he kind of mixed things up here. By the way, he's not losing necessarily. That's just not necessarily the optimal move. Look at my development is fine. Normally, that is the issue here. What do you guys think of Twitch versus YouTube with regard to these streams, live streams? And I know Twitch has been around for a long time. I've been on Twitch, like I said, but just in terms of the interface, is it easier to interact with the streamer on Twitch or on YouTube? By the way, I just passed 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube, so I'm very happy about that. I think I might have, now that I'm kind of figuring out the technical aspect of the live streams, maybe do a live event with my idea being have subscribers, maybe submit games that we can analyze or look at, something to kind of give back. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos in the stream. So what guys, while we're here, what kind of openings do you guys play with black? So you see here, I'm playing the French against e4. Let's say, what's your favorite opening against e4? Okay, this here is an odd. Why is he playing this? Why is he playing Queen two? I know why he's playing it, but why? Why? Let's see. Now, can I just play Knight takes? Huh. Knight takes e4. I guess I have to hold off a little. So do I drop my bishop back to e7? Or just to b6? I think b6 maybe. b6. And then the problem we have here is, yeah, so this knight is pinned and this bishop is attacked. So if I play, I can play bishop to b6, just keeping pressure over here. Now if he plays h5, I can play knight takes e5. And the problem he has is that if he plays, can't play, he can take with the knight, but then I can take with the queen because the protecting. Well, first off, it will be with check. So this pawn is not long for this world, fortunately. And this is what happens this in this advanced structure. Normally, resolving the tension by taking on c5 is a positional mistake, as we're seeing. And we're seeing why, because I have a lot of pressure on the extra pawns now. e4, e5, yep. With black, I've played that for a long time as well. I think it's a great opening, especially solid. You could play positionally, you could play tactically. I like it a lot. I like the French too for maybe beginning and intermediate players. I mean, obviously grandmasters play it as well, but these structures are not super difficult to understand. I mean, it's difficult to master them, I would say, but that's of any opening. But I think you can get a safe position without knowing too much. Whereas sometimes in these Sicilians, I am learning the Sicilians here in 2020, but I find sometimes people play these crazy gambits, and I don't know if they're making a mistake or if I'm just playing into some type of trap. I've done okay with it, but it's definitely something that I have to be careful of. Okay, now here, can I just take this? Oh, I think I can just take it because I still have the. It's not with check anymore, but I can just take back with. Okay, so now he's going to castle, and here I think I can just take it anyway. But this bishop is not going to be doing much here on the light squares. And now I think I can castle. His queen is out of position. That's usually the danger, is that the queen. If the queen were on the king's side, it's a little more dangerous. But see, this bishop would like to be here on d3, attacking this way. Now he's not going to get there. Now this knight's free. Okay. Here. Let's go ahead and attack. Let's see, what is his idea here? I think he wants to get over here and then play this. Then I can prevent it with something like this. And he, of course, he can't do this pin just like before. Well, actually, he can. Then I can get this check off and move my queen. So I'm up a pawn. Well, not totally winning, but I definitely think I have the advantage now. Now, what I'd like to do is develop this bishop. Maybe something like from d7 to c6. Yeah, Jan Gustafsson. So that's on Chessable. I think that I've heard that's an excellent course. So if you have the money to invest in it, well, check out his lines, of course. The Marshall Gambit, very dangerous. I've played against it. I actually avoid it when I play play white with an early h3, but definitely something you can check out. Okay, here. Well, now I have to move this knight again because what I could do here is actually first see here. What I want to have it. So his queen wants to go here. His bishop wants to pin my knight, and I want to develop this bishop. If I develop the bishop here first, then his queen can go to say. I think I needed to move the knight back first. I think I need to take the time. Move the knight back. And now, if he wants to put the queen here, I can hit it with this knight move here. Now, his other option is to play something like. Then I think I could play h6. And f6 would be the optimal square for the knight. Okay, so he's going to play that, and I'm going to hit him here first. So that was my idea, hit him with this knight move. And here I've got this move too. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. Because then if he plays his bishop here, then maybe I can do this first, or maybe this first. Okay. So I'm going to hit this first. You can't take here first. I'll just take his queen. And he doesn't have much room here. Okay. Pretty much the only place the queen could go. Then I'm going to take, let's see. Let's take this bishop. Then I'm going to hit bishop this way. You can see here I'm targeting this, but I'm not going to do anything with that yet. Yeah, let me know what you think of that Jan Gustafsson course. I mean, I've heard, like I said, I've heard a lot of good things about it. The one thing I've heard about the main course is that it's very large. There's a lot of theory, and here I'm just going to take. I'm a pawn up, so any trades should be good for me. Maybe that's not the optimal positional way to play this, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's see. Let's get our rooks involved. We're protecting this pawn. And I totally didn't miss that, but that's actually okay. I feel like this pawn is not as consequential. Okay, let's see here. What can I do next? You know what? I feel like I can trap the queen now with a move like this, e5. And if he doesn't move his queen, he has to back up his queen, and that allows me to capture something. Although, move it here to say a, move it here to a. But the idea is if he takes here, then I trap his queen here. So he probably didn't see that. So he had to move his queen, say to a4. And that should be it. That should be it for this game. Where the tactics come in. Yeah, you might want to wait. You know, Chessable's been having a lot of sales. I've been kind of, I've spent a lot of money on Chessable, and so, but they have a lot of sales too. So I think you can take your time finding the right course. Okay, so here, well, now we're up a bit of material, so I'm just going to go ahead and back up here. Take that pawn back. Here, let's get our. Let's see, are there any threats? Get our rook. You want to trade? Let's try to trade knights. This will be easier to win. So he is up, or I'm up, a queen for a rook and a pawn. The Lichess is saying that's +3. Could be enough. But if we trade knights, this game looks really, really easy. Okay. So I'm going to grab. If I take. We can do this. I'm going to grab this pawn. Then I'm going to hit him with this check. And I'm just going to. Then I'm just going to push this pawn up so that it's protected. Now he can attack my queen, but then I just scooch it over. Now the one thing I do need to do is get my back rank safe. He's running out of time, so we're in pretty good shape. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna get his knight back there, or bishop back there. Let's do. Oh, I'm gonna get this knight back. Not too happy about. We're way too. See, if I play rook to. Rook to d8, he could take this pawn, but then I can reposition my queen. Okay, let's do that. So this is the problem. I left my back rank open. Okay, so he's going to hit me with that knight right there. And what I need to do is, you know what? We'll just trade knights. Take this knight. Takes that. trade here. And then here, just going to hit him with this check. Then I'm going to keep my king from getting checkmated, and that's the game. Back it up. And he's going to run out of time. Let's see. Let's just do this. And he's out of time. Okay. Not the best game, but we'll take that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, definitely. Jan's very good at the at the openings. He had an interview on Perpetual Chess where he. Actually, you know what? Let me answer that in a moment. I'm going to take a quick break. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, let's get back to it here. Back to the tournament, and I'm actually 4-1 in this tournament. Got about an hour left, and right now I'm 106th, so I'd love to move up the rankings a little bit. I think I'm going to guess, looks like I forfeited one of my games. It looks like I lost, when I stepped away, I forgot to pause the tournament, but that's okay. But I did lose my little winning streak there. Or at least my, yeah. So in the games I actually played, I'm 4-1. I think getting back to the short and sweet courses. The only thing I would say about that is that it's definitely a good way to get sort of the flavor of the opening, but they're not intended necessarily as sort of giving you full coverage. Not only because there's a few variations, but I got a sense of this when Sam Shankland did his short and sweet. By the way, this is a Jabava London, and I've been destroyed in this opening quite handily before, so I'm quite aware of the dangers here. Um, but this bishop to b4 move kind of neutralizes this type of this type of idea. But the short and sweet courses, it's not like it gives you the main lines in every single. Their idea, of course, just give you a taste so you can decide whether or not you want to play the main lines. But I think that it's not something necessarily that is, how should I say, it's not something that is necessarily meant to be sort of just a condensed course. I think there's would be ways to do that. I'm just going to challenge this. So what I would do is, yeah, play it a little bit. If you end up enjoying the lines, I do think that could be a very nice investment. I know maybe that's not capable. You know, that's not maybe what you're thinking at the, but it is something that is very beneficial. You know, and definitely something to think about. Okay, he's allowing me to trade this bishop, so I think I'm not sure if that's technically the right thing to do. And then I'm going to just do the standard kind of c5 move. Okay, castle first. Let's leave the king in the center for now, because there would be some danger here with that type of stuff coming. So let's Let's see what we could do here in the center. Of course, my threat here is c4. So he should be compelled to take. Okay, so instead he's going to blockade that. But then now he's got, let's see here. What about queen to a5? Try that. Okay. Let's see here. Well, here I think I can. Well, now I think castling could be okay. But my other idea is maybe to play c takes d4. After knight takes d4, now I've got some of these knight to c5 ideas. And then if he puts me in check, that's fine. Well, actually, I think it's okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to follow up with knight to c5. I might castle first. Okay. Or actually, I'm going to play a6 first. This kind of little gamesmanship to see where he's going to go with things. Once I castle, then he could sort of reposition his forces. Something. Okay, so knight to c5 is coming next. Castle. I still like. Yeah, let's go knight to c5. Just move that bishop out. Well, you know what? There's a little problem. It's this. Before I was looking at this, I had this as a check. Not, not happy. Okay. Okay. Not happy about that. Okay, let's back it up. Yeah, knight c. So that's a tactical blunder on my part, and I think this is one of those times where if I'm going to play the hey Elver, how's it going? I am in New York, specifically Buffalo, New York. That is where I'm from. So my opponent's a piece up for a pawn. You know what? Let's keep playing. You know, I think sometimes in these short time control, it's very easy to make mistakes. I'm going to see if my opponent can make a mistake too. So, okay, let's see here. Maybe he won't today. Reading off this light square bishop. That's okay. Go ahead, take the bishop. Maybe this is the pride too, because I'm a little higher rated than the person. Knight to e5, did you mean? Oh, knight to e4. Well, I don't necessarily want to trade all my pieces. Just so he wants to defend. Well, he can't defend this way. Let's do this. Rook to c8, forcing this knight to move. I am losing in this game, but I am going to force my opponent to try to win. So this is sort of the reason why I allowed this trade is because this knight was much better than them. That was the idea there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring my. Let's see here. Well, let's go ahead and put my knight back here. I've got the C file. So even though I'm down a piece for a pawn, I think I have some counterplay here, and sometimes that's all you need playing. Okay, so locking down this pawn here, which is not so great either. Do a quick. Well, let's see here. Put this. Let's get this rook here. Okay. And here, now he's going to start putting pressure on this pawn here. He's going to take a quick moment just to, well, if I go to c6, he's going to do 6 here. I think I can defend it this way. Okay. That was to be expected. Let me just take a move and play h6 here to get myself a little room. Here. There. You have to be a little careful aiding threats, but I'm okay. Wonder if I got a little something here like that. Something here, but I have to be a little sneaky about it. Can't make it too obvious. Okay, he's gonna move his knight back anyway. Okay, so what I want to do, which is what I want to do, is play, get my knight the action here. You know what? Let's advance this. So this blocks my queen's view here. Oh, knight to e4, counterattacking the queen. Is that you're talking earlier in the game when it was pinned? Yeah, I think I missed a few opportunities. Sometimes miss some of these. Because I'm streaming, but that's to be it's just part of the what has to be accepted if I'm going to do this. Expecting knight to be 3, and He plays that. I'm not quite sure what the best move would be yet. But maybe I could play it out here. Okay. Another option would be something like, let's see. I wonder if trading queens would be an option. Well, let's just get the queen over here. The only problem here is that this is a threat now. Because I can't take it. Well, I can take it now with the knight here. Here's what I'm thinking. My knight here. I mean, of course, this would be great, but I don't think he's going to allow me to do it. We'll just play h3. Okay, well, this is problematic. Oh, we're okay. Okay, forking the queen and the knight, or the rook. Gonna get at least one. Let's take that. So maybe we're right back in this game, but we're low on time. Let's need to move the rook. Let's try to get this pawn back. Okay. Kind of expected that, but that's okay. Rook here. Threatening here. Okay. And here, what is his threat? Well, he wants to go here. We prevent it? Let's oh, you know what? Let's play this queen move. Basically, I want to kind of get a little pressure in here. Okay, knight's over here. He's going to attack. Fine. I'm going to keep my rook on this rank here, protecting here. And I do not want to advance this because I think that would just make these light squares way too weak. Okay, so here is the, let's see. Okay, I want to threaten this rook. Is he going to go here? We can't yet. So, kind of a crazy game here. Is it similar to before, Chris? The issues? Maybe it's just something different. Okay. Let's see. You know what? Let's play this now. Running low on time, so realize maybe I'm not playing the optimal moves. Okay, I'm going to defend this pawn. Bring my king over here to cover g6. Okay, so here, that's actually fine. I'll just come back here. So here I'm low on time, so it's just a matter of making moves now. One thing I've never been super good at is let's do this. Play this up. Okay. Here. Here, unfortunately, I'm just running out of time. And looks like I'm going to lose this on time, but not the end of the world. Okay. All right, we lost that on time, but that's okay. Okay, well, I think that's with the technology. Sometimes we have these issues. Okay, here we are playing another game here. This time I'm playing against someone rated 2011. Let's see how we do here. Got about 43 minutes left in this arena. So let's see if we can make some trouble. Some trouble here. So far, straightforward. Louis Lopez. After he castles here, h3. So I was mentioning earlier how I avoid the marshal, and this is how I play this h3 so that that d5 move is not so effective. Okay. Here, I think I can just go ahead and play. Well, the reason why is instead of playing c3 also, then I would have knight to c3, tried the black tried to d3. Now I can play it. Okay. This seems pretty standard. And here, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. See here. Yeah, I think I can just play this. Worst case scenario, he has a double D pawns, and I can just win. Okay, queen to c7, and knight to f1. So these are kind of automatic moves that I've made so far. Okay, rook to c1. And here, let's see here. Well, knight to g3 is natural, this idea. He wants to open up. Okay, he's going to open this way. Play that. Okay. Now here, I think the correct response is to serve bishop. I've gotten into these types of openings. Be very careful. The general idea is here is that I don't want to take here on e5 because that will open up this bishop. But now d5 is actually a very interesting move also because now that's going to limit where this knight can. So not quite sure what he's doing there. Okay, he's going to play that, and then I'm just going to go ahead and play d5. So what that does is now he pretty much has to play a5 like that. That's okay with me. Now I can develop my bishops. Once he retreats that, I'll have my other bishop here. And I'll be able to get my rook out. So this will be a nice position. Okay? This bishop comes out, and this rook comes out. And then I should have just the small edge that white usually gets from these types of positions. Okay? So this rook's coming out. This queen has to move. And now here I think white is a little bit of an edge positionally. Okay. Queen here. And here I think I want to prevent. Here I think I can just play. Well, I think I can just play a3. Or do I want to play something more like. Yeah, I think I want to play a3. Okay. And with that rook coming here, queen to d2, attacking the a pawn. So rook trade gives me the c file. Okay, so he plays that there. So that's actually good because that kind of prevents this a little bit. And let's see here. What's the next step? I think what I want to do is try to get my knight over here to f5. We'll do this, so I'll have two knights attacking. That normally g6 will come. After g6 comes, then I can play this bishop to g6, 5. A lot of strategy, a lot of back and forth. Oh, you're welcome. You mean clarifying the whole idea behind this opening? Okay, so he wants to do something like this, but I'm just going to back this up here now, because that would. Okay, and like I mentioned before, now we put pressure on like this. And let's consider how we want to proceed here. Well, I could go and try to trade this bishop now. But actually, another move, something like this. Queen to e3, and then this. Then he'll probably have to move. So notice how this bishop is not really that good. So I don't want to hurry and jump the gun on that. Let's go ahead and this threat first. I'm actually looking to win a piece. Care about. The knight, well, the knight can go here. So this knight doesn't have anywhere to go now. There's no way to add another defender. So he's either going to lose a piece or at worst probably lose a pawn here. Okay. I'm going to play knight takes. Then I take it now or later? Yeah, I think queen takes. I have a little difficulty over here, but got a lot of initiative on this side. Okay. And this is an interesting move. I don't know if it's a good move, but it's an interesting move. I think what I want to do is I think I'm just going to chop that off right there. Okay, he's going to take here. Okay. I'll take back. Takes there. Interesting. I think I'm just going to take here. Oh yeah, definitely. In games where I haven't played the H3 move against a marshal early, and I played C3 instead, then um, there's a big initiative that that white gets or black gets. I'm sorry. Speaking of which, let's see here. What can we? I feel like my position has to be pretty good here. All right, let's go ahead and you know what? Let's bring our queen back. I'm going to attack here. My idea is, well, take back with the bishop. He takes with the queen, and he's threatening this pawn. He's threatening this check. Let's see here. Um, I cover everything. Play. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna play here. Now, material, I'm actually up a pawn, but game is still there's still a lot. This is interesting. Offering this queen trade. I actually think this queen trade is just should just be fine. Well, you know what? I'm not going to do it yet, though. I'm just going to. If he wants a trade, that's fine, but we'll move my get my knight moving. The reason he wants to trade queens is then it gets. I might need to. So this is the first time doing this. I have to manipulate how these videos work afterwards. I'm still going to make videos like I did before, where I plan it out and I make it, but definitely streaming kind of gives us a little interaction. Kind of gives us some different ways that we can. So now I don't think this queen trade should be totally. So let's see how we take advantage of that. Oh no, he doesn't want the queen. Okay. Quite sure what your thoughts are. Let's play. Go ahead and play here. Now, if he plays here, I'll just move my king over. Oh, but then he's got this check. Maybe that's the idea. Oops. Let's check. Okay. Very interesting ideas. But I think. Well, I guess I shouldn't get too caught up here. This queen doesn't have places to. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, you know what? This pawn is hanging, but we're both low on time. So okay. So here, no, I'm not very happy. Okay, let's see how. We're still doing okay though. Careful. Mating queen should still be okay for me. Okay. Here I'm thinking play this, threaten here. Yeah, it was a free pawn. Actually, this idea here of queen to g5, I should have played maybe a couple moves ago. You know, we're kind of in blitz mode now, so playing a little below our standard. Okay, playing that queen back. Sounds good. Let's move this bishop out of. Oh, we'll use the knight to protect it. He has these checks here, so I have to be careful. Okay, and let's play this knight here. Yeah, I got to keep in contact here with this bishop. So. Okay, and this I think. And now I can do this, take this pawn. All right, we got to play quickly here, so I might not talk a lot for the next couple minutes. Okay, let's get this next. Okay. Hitting me with this check, block him with the bishop. Okay, I'm going to take this guy. Oh, I blundered here. Okay. Oops. Not happy about that. Okay. Sometimes ah I think you're just trying to run me out of time, fortunately. Made a mistake. I think we have time for one more game, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Have you guys enjoyed the stream so far? Let's see, we are now 4-3. One of my losses went by forfeit, so I'm not going to count that. So I'm 4-3 today. 4 wins, 3 losses. So I'd like to finish over 500. So hopefully we can do that. I want to thank you guys for coming, Chris. I know we've interacted over the last few months, so I really appreciate you coming and watching. Get to know the rest of you as we move along here, but you know, in these rapid games, you can't put too much stock in it. Yeah, not too much stock, but you can't beat yourself up over it because here's a interesting C5. Not sure if this is the best move. Kind of an odd movie made here. Okay, this will force him back. Doing it specifically this way because I want to open up this just in case. Okay, let's keep things rolling here. Bishop here. knight here. Protect this pawn. Okay, and I'm going to move my bishop. Let's see here. Put my bishop here to protect this pawn. Now I'm threatening to advance this. Okay, now this is a tactical trap that he's going to lose a piece here. That's kind of what I was playing for. You shouldn't play for these traps, but it's there. Play it. He loses this bishop. Okay. And here, yeah, I'll just take back en passant. So, so think about that. Okay, that's a tactic you might want to use in the future. All right, see you later, Chris. Thanks for coming. And he resigned. Okay, how much time is left? We still got 20 minutes left. Maybe we have one more. So we're 5-3. I guess we could have stopped there, but one more game. One more game just to finish it off here. Okay, London system. How many of you guys played a London? Everybody in the you guys played a London here? It's an interesting opening. I mean, obviously Magnus has played it, so definitely not a bad opening. But I think Black has a lot of responses that are difficult to learn. Queen to a3 is kind of weird. Can I actually just take on b2? I think I could just take on b2. Ah, I see. See, that's the trap. Okay, let's see. Go knight to 4 here. Then go here. And maybe maybe I'm just losing this. Okay. This I think this is lost. Getting a little I think I'm having I think I'm getting fatigued. Okay, I'm just gonna resign this guy. I think I'm getting tired. A lot of games. So I'm gonna pause and let's just see where we ended up here. So 5-4 on the day. Technically like 179 out of 1,132. So not too bad. Not too bad. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. And if you want to see me do this again, hit that like button, leave a comment for me. I appreciate chatting with you guys in the stream today. It looks like, is there a Chris and a Chris D? Well, glad to meet both of you, or glad to see both of you on. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, take care. Have a great day.